Hey YouTube, how you doing? I see one of y'all lurking up there. I'm in Walmart right now seeking natural remedies to combat my gnat problem. Um, when I get home, I will go into detail just how you can be your own worst enemy when it comes to that without even realizing it. And I'll just start with the main number one: overwatering. There is a such thing as underwatering and overwatering when it comes to indoors plants. And y'all know I have been promoting the pop bottle planters. I had gotten lazy, y'all, and watered from the top, just uh, um, because I knew the water would eventually drain to the bottom. So I was actually overwatering from the top instead of just filling up the bottoms with water and letting the plants uptake what they need. So I had wound up with a whole bunch of moist soil. So I did my research, and the overwhelming popular choice to address the problem is hydrogen peroxide. So I'm gonna make a solution of hydrogen peroxide, which will combat the gnats on contact, supposedly. Then also the other problem, um, I purchased potty mix from this exact store, and this is the brand. Guess what? You can bring them in with that. Um, and it can be any brand. So it ain't just because of the brand. Any potty mix you buy from the store and bring it home can have gnats or gnats larvae. So that was contribution to the problem number two. And then my community, everywhere we go in this town, is an overrun of the gnats. Period. All over town. Yes, I'd like to know if you have a product called Gnat Nix. It's like a powder. It kind of works like diatomaceous earth, except it's more like a rock. Gnat Nix.
It's a magnet? Yeah, I think so.
Look that up.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. He's going to look it up in just a moment.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
GNATNIX.
Yeah, like bug.
Like a gnat. The fruit flies, gnats. Gnat Nix, NIX.
GNAN.
GNATNIX.
Is it a, like, can you describe what it is? It's like a, is it a
Like
lotion or?
it come in the bag, and it's like you use it in the soil with plants.
If we have it, it would be along the wall right there.
Okay. If you have it. Okay, yeah, Tita, you're right about that. My apple cider vinegar was absolutely positively effective on the fruit flies. However, not so much on the gnats. What I got is a bunch of fungus gnats, which come from overwatering or the soil, you bring it in with the soil. Um, and I would, the apple cider vinegar get the ones that's flying around, but it does not do anything for the ones they give birth to. They done laid their eggs in your soil, and you look up and you got a whole new colony again and don't know what happened. So I was getting relief, and the apple cider vinegar is absolutely effective. So don't get me wrong. Definitely coming out of here with some more apple cider because I did use up the apple cider I have, and filling up my little salt and pepper jars, salt and pepper shaker jars. Um, so far I don't see it. I don't think they have it. You got to order it online. I saw that they have it online. So what I'm going to use, because my problem is the moist soil that I have sitting on top of the plants, which I shouldn't have done. I got a whole household full of moist plants, and because they inside, the top layer does not dry as fast as like if it was sitting outside. So that set up the perfect breeding ground for them to lay a whole bunch of eggs. So I got a whole bunch of them. Because believe me, those apple cider vinegar and dish soap, it works. I got thousands of them in that way. But the problem is, I did not get the babies. And then I still gave them a breeding ground by having all that moist soil in my indoor plants. So I was hoping they had the product here. Gnats. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I think that most definitely is my solution. I look like I'm gonna have to order it offline. Online. I thought I could pick it up from the store. So, but what I do know is the hydrogen peroxide attacks the larvae, the little babies, the eggs they leave behind in your soil. You mix this with water and spray it directly on the soil, and it will get them on contact. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna go ahead and order the Nat Nix, because one reason why I want the Nat Nix is because it actually makes the little house or indoor plants look pretty. Because it's like what it actually is crushed glass. And what happens is the gnats don't like that. They don't like to lay eggs on there. It scrapes and scratches them, and it makes it an unpleasant place for them. But it also, the way that they crush it up into a stone that also is absorbent. It's a porous material.
Did you find it, Phil?
No, you didn't have it. That's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. Hydrogen peroxide. I was thinking of something else. I got it. I did find it. Yeah. And so it's absorbent, so it will hold water, and that's good for the plants. But it's the scratchy surface. The pests hate that. So I'm gonna go ahead and order that online. And I guess that's it. I got the hydrogen peroxide. That's the main thing. Because I wanted to know what to do with the soil now that it's contaminated. So the hydrogen peroxide is safe on your plants. It will not harm your plants at all. It's safe for you. People use hydrogen peroxide to rinse their mouth, dental issues and stuff like that. So it's definitely safe for you and around your plants. And since my plants that I'm growing is food plants, that was very important to me. I didn't want to use chemicals. So the only other thing I'm going to get is some more apple cider vinegar while I'm in here. Because that is effective, so it does work. It definitely works on the fruit flies. And see, you can get rid of fruit flies real easy because they come in when you bring bananas in, so you could just forget about never having them. If you like bananas, and I do eat bananas for health reasons, for the potassium, you're going to bring them in. a guarantee, because they're not native to America. So you get fruit flies at all, that means you brought them in. And the most likely place is bananas. Yeah, that's and usually it's because they done laid their eggs in the bananas already, and you can't see them. They so small, it's not really visible, immediately visible by the eye. So it's just a guarantee you're gonna get them. You're gonna get them if you bring bananas in your house. So me, I use bananas and eat them on a regular basis, and therefore you get them. Um, so I'm gonna go in the grocery section now and get the apple cider vinegar. Um, and I just take those things, my hydrogen peroxide, the apple cider vinegar, and go to war on these gnats. Now they died down. I calmed them down a whole lot. I did resort to spray, like in my bedroom, because they was getting on my nerve, flying around my face, because they like CO2. What we breathe out, that's what they attracted to. So you get them in your face, and they annoying. They don't bite, unfortunately, and they don't actually ruin your plants, but they do eat your roots. So if you got roots sitting in water and rotten, that will attract them. That's what they are attracted to. So uh, it's easy to get them confused, because I thought they were all fruit flies, and I was like, oh my God, how many do I got? And it turns out it wasn't just fruit flies, they're actually fungus gnats, and that comes from overwatering. So I learned a valuable lesson. It's a such thing as too much water, and you don't need to water plants every day. I just look at the plants out in nature, and that also gives me life lessons. It doesn't rain every day, so most plants can make it quite a bit of time without additional water. And then you should be watering towards the roots. The leaves don't really need that actual water on them, so you don't want to set up a tractor. And then also y'all see me doing the little cabbage stumps, where I started a new plant from the cabbage stump. Well, that water sitting around, that's not a good thing. So I found out the solution to that. You just add a little dish soap in that water. That's safe for the plant, and they drown. As soon as they touch down, they attracted to the standing water. They try to lay their eggs, they drown before they get a chance, because the dish soap make it slippery, stick to their wings, and they can't handle it. So so the little cabbage stumps I got sitting around, that's an attractant, and that was another thing I was doing around, having those little jars. That's only while you have the problem. If you don't have a problem, it's perfectly fine for those little stumps to sit in the water, which is what I was doing last year and all up until now, until I got the gnat problem. Now that I have the problem, I got to be proactive, and I got rid of the source, which was all those mangoes. I went crazy with the mangoes because they were on sale. They had a good deal. I stocked up, and then I had a bunch of bananas. That was another combination of problem. You call poison ivy? Oh no! Oh no, Tita. That's not good. Are you gonna start stocking the large size of these anymore?
I don't really know.
Who do you need to talk to make that happen?
I don't really.
You know, y'all used to have the big ones.
I mean, here are like these size.
Yeah, you only got this flavor. You used to have this.
What flavor is that?
The onion and herb.
And I don't really know about what they'll talk to you about that. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so, how do you get rid of poison ivy? Is it a remedy? Were you able to get treatment for it? Cheetah, you still with me? Oh, I should have asked him about, oh, here you go, right here. I was just about to ask him about the apple cider vinegar. Oh, okay. All right. And this is the rest of my arsenal on my gnat issue. Calamine lotion. Ooh, I need to get, you just reminded me. I need to get calamine lotion because the mosquitoes is tearing me up, auntie. We have had a lot of rain, and therefore that bring about lots of opportunities for mosquitoes to lay their eggs too. You just reminded me. I need to get some calamine lotion. Oh, because I had them bad all across my back. Oh my God, I was scratching forever. Anyway, I just wanted to hop on here right quick and say that maybe just in case somebody else may be having the same problem. And I know that's a problem that's community wide. We got a real bad gnat problem. We had a mild winter. Much as I hate winters, I know winters are necessary, and that's one reason to keep the pest population down. But we had a mild winter, so we gonna have a bad pest problem. The mosquitoes are bad already. Now, the gnats is worse. The gnats is worse. So even if you get rid of them, you gonna bring them right back in. My screen holes ain't small enough to keep them out. Get me another cabbage to eat up. And so you just gonna end up walking them right back in the door when you come in the house. So, because there's so many of them and so much of them. Yeah, they really bad. Definitely bad where I'm at. They are proliferated. They just hoovering everywhere. Eat me a couple more mangoes. Y'all know how I love my mango salsa. Because they still on a good deal, 50 cents each. You want to pick the one that's more red, but this ain't quite red. That's a little bit better. And bananas is also the secret of getting them right once you get them home. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be bringing some more gnats in when I bring them damn bananas in. Okay. All right, I'm finna get up off here. I'm glad you joined me. I really just checking in, just a little bit bored. Wanted something to do. So, I'm about to get up out this video too. Oh, here go something else, another tip for those of you who've been following me. Here is where you can get plants already started. So you black thumbs out there who talking about I be having a hard time getting started here. You can get your mint year round and basil. And also here this one got rosemary. I don't use much rosemary, but if you do, this is what they call the gourmet garden, okay? And you can get basil already growing and bring it home and start your first little garden, okay? And mint is one I highly recommend because they grow like weeds. You can get this all year round with your EBT. Ain't no shame in my game. But child, I got enough mint. I got enough mint to stock them with some more mint. They could be buying some mint from me. But anyway, I'm done. I'm babbling now. I just wanted to put that word out. I will demonstrate the steps I do to tackle my gnat problem, because the other issue, they can also set up camp in your sink. I'll come back with that. All right, y'all. Go ahead and handle your business, Tina. Love you. Peace and love. So I'll see you again in the next video.